Aquarius, and welcome to your 2024 annual reading. This is going to be a year in review. We're going to be going through every month for you. So from January to December, I will be pulling some cards for you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. So please only take what does and leave what doesn't. If this reading doesn't resonate for you at all, also remember that you can check out any other placement. I highly recommend checking your rising moon if your sun sign is not resonating. And also, before we get into this reading, I'd like to mention that I have a new listing in Etsy. I am now offering Reiki healing. So I do psychic tarot Reiki, which means that I check all your chakras, I help you open them. We go through a little tarot reading as well to explain what may be blocking them. And it's very beneficial for anyone wanting to get in touch with their spiritual gifts, just wanting to open yourself up more and remove any blockages. But it's also a great tool to just allow yourself to receive some healing in a very fast-paced society. So if that resonates for you, definitely check it out. It's all on my Etsy page. The link is in the description below. And if you also want to get a reading with me for any other reason, all of that information is also on Etsy. All right, so without further ado, let's get started on your reading. So I'm just going to get right into it. We're just going to start pulling cards for each month of this year. So for January, you're getting the Six of Swords. For February, the Three of Cups. For March, the Ace of Swords. For April, the Queen of Pentacles. For May, we have the Ten of Swords. For June, we have the Five of Pentacles. For July, we have the King of Wands. For August, we have the Four of Wands. September, Nine of Pentacles. October, the Two of Cups. November is the Seven of Cups. And lastly, December, the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. So this is going to be the underlying energy for your entire 2024 Aquarius. So expect blessings this year, okay? Expect good things. Even if in the moment they don't feel that way, expect them anyway, okay? Or rather, even release the expectation of when certain things are going to come into fruition for you, because it's definitely happening with this Ten of Cups, okay? If there has been family issues, if you feel like you've been depressed, down in the dumps, I assure you this year is getting better. There's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot of blessings, a lot of hidden blessings I just heard. So in moments of distress, when you feel that, you're feeling this lack, or you feel like you don't have a support system, try to find the hidden blessings in your life, because there is a lot of them. With this Ten of Cups, they're there. You have 10 very meaningful blessings in your life. Okay, I also feel with this Ten of Cups here that there is something being worked on behind the scenes that you're not quite aware of just yet. For a lot of you, this could be a family. This could be a baby. If you've been wanting to have children, if you've been wanting to get married, if you've been wanting to take your relationship to the next level, if you've been wanting to get in a relationship, whatever that is for you, I see that it's being worked on behind the scenes this year. So just keep having faith in that, okay? Because with the Ten of Cups and the underlying energy, it almost feels like it's what you're not seeing at the moment, but it's brewing, it's being worked on. And also with it being in the background energy, makes me feel like this is something that's been developing for quite some time. You're just not aware of it because you're not meant to know everything, right? That's the whole point of life, is that it's a mystery. Things are going to be surprising, and they'll come to us when it's the perfect timing. So I do feel like there's a lot of blessings for you in 2024, and in any moment of distress, which I do feel like you may hit some blockages in May and June, which we'll get into. I do feel like there may be something that is going to require you to come back to this Ten of Cups and remember the blessings that your life has, okay? So In January, you have the Six of Swords. So it does seem like at the beginning of the year, you were undergoing some dark storm, a dark cloud. Okay. And it seems like you have been removed from that. You've been removed from this dark energy. Okay. If you live in a climate where it's constantly raining and it's always storming and it's dark, there's a reason for that. It's a very purifying energy that I feel. Okay. And I do feel like you're leaving that. Some of you may be leaving this climate. Like if you do live in a place that rains a lot, I do see some of you moving from that. Okay. This doesn't have to be as figurative though. This also feels, this doesn't have to be as literal. This also feels figurative. You could live in the sunniest of places, but it still feels toxic to you. Whatever that is, you're leaving that. You're leaving this toxic environment, this environment that no longer works for you, whether that's a job place, a workplace, a job, a friendship, a relationship, old habits, whatever that is for you, you are being removed from it. Because notice how she's in the back seat. So someone else is driving this car. She's not. So I feel like your spirit team, God, is removing you from this energy. You have no control over it, but you're trusting of it. I do feel like a part of you, it's kind of looking back a lot though, okay, with the way that she looks here. She's looking back. She's kind of clutching at this paper that she's holding onto here. So I do feel like there's something still that you tend to look back. You tend to look back at this storm and kind of contemplate and reflect on it. But I'm getting the feeling that it's time for you to stop looking at the back and look forward. Okay, it's time for you to get in the driver's seat now and to take control of your life, because it feels like your spirit team has been making moves for you. Maybe you were too scared to leave this toxic environment because it was your comfort zone, whatever it is. Maybe you just couldn't stand up for yourself and you're now being forced to stand up for yourself. Okay, but whatever that is, you're being removed from this because it's no longer serving you. Okay, so in the moment, it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. You're not going to want to leave right away, but it's what's best for you. Let's see what else we got. The Page of Wands, yeah. More traveling, okay, more transportation here. Even though this is a longboard or a skateboard, it's still a movement of some kind. So I do feel like January is a very moving month. Okay, there's a lot of energy being moved around here. 10 of Cups wants to stay in the back too. So I do feel like wherever this new direction is taking you, it's meant to spark you with interest again. It's meant to wake you up again, wake up that fire within you, wake up that flame within you. Especially if you've hit like writer's block or a creative blockage of some kind, this is opening you up again. But you have to be willing to let go of the past and move forward. Okay, and only then will you find this excitement for life again. Because it feels like it was a very depressing time with the dark cloud over there. Okay, and the reason you're being moved away from it is so you can tap more into the sunny, bright outlook and have more of a fun personality when it comes to life. Where I feel with the Six of Swords, it was more like survival mode, having to leave your home because of the weather, okay, something like that. So I do feel like with the Page of Wands, there's also excitement to be found in times of distress, okay? Try to look at life as an adventure rather than something that is supposed to always fit society's expectations or the mold. For as an Aquarius too, I'm getting this message right now, your life is going to be different from everyone else. If you compare your life to someone else, to the average person, you're always going to feel like your life is chaotic and different. And it's always going to make you feel bad about yourself because you're going to feel like, why can't my life just be normal? Normal lives don't exist for an Aquarius. So I feel that with this Page of Wands, like you're meant to live a little bit more of an eccentric lifestyle, whatever that means. I feel like you guys oftentimes get your life uprooted with this car and like the travel here. So I do feel like some of you have moved or thinking of moving, or you are just living in a new environment that is testing your limits. But it's for a reason, okay? So dates that are coming forward for January are January 6th. Okay, so let's move on over to February. And I know this is Aquarius season, so happy birthday to my beautiful Aquarius. So I hope that January has been treating you well. And it does seem like in February it's going to get even better. So in February, we have the Three of Cups. So I do feel like February is going to be a time of rejoicing, celebrating, having fun with friends. Okay, I feel like for you guys, the hidden blessings in life when you oftentimes feel alone is that you do have a good support group. You do have friends that want to be there for you. I feel like you have two friends specifically that you reach out to in times of distress. There's like two friends. Like, yes, you have like, you know, a group of friends, but there's two people specifically that you feel like you can just like be yourself in a way that you don't think you're bothering them with your problems, you know, because everyone needs at least one friend who can listen to them, to see all sides of them. And I feel like you've been blessed with two, and that's already a lot because people don't even have one. Okay, so again, in times of distress, try to look towards your friendships that you feel are healthy and thriving. Okay, if this resonates for you, take it. If it doesn't, don't take it. Okay, but for those who do have these friendships that you can confide in, that is a blessing for you from the universe, from God, okay, that you have this support group. And I feel like in February, it's going to be made more aware to you. Okay, there's also going to be a lot of celebration in February. So maybe the majority of you watching this are February Aquarius. So I do see you celebrating your birthday and having a good time. And this is going to be a time for you to be able to let loose and not care about your problems, any issues that you may be facing right now. On your birthday, it's almost like the universe is giving you the day off from just the pressures of life, the responsibilities of life. Okay, so enjoy it. So if you're thinking of throwing a birthday party, definitely do it, or just having like the little celebration, even if it's just those two friends, like having a dance party in your home with those two friends, like do it, whatever that is for you. Beautiful. Yeah, we have the Queen of Wands. Awesome. So I do see you putting yourself out there more in February. With the phones here, I do feel like some of you may be posting to social media more, or at least wanting to, or whatever that is. It's definitely going to get the attention of people. This could also just be you and the energy that you're radiating in February. Okay, so I am getting the feeling that a lot of you are mostly February Aquarius, just because of the way this reading is coming through. Or it doesn't have to be the case either. I just feel like February is just going to be a good month for Aquarius. Okay, even if your birthday is in January, it just feels like February is going to be a good month for you. Okay, so I do feel like you're going to be radiating a lot of confidence. You're going to be attracting a lot of attention. And this is good attention. This is attention that makes you feel seen and heard, not attention from like just anybody. Okay, we have Three of Pentacles. So again, with the threes, I do feel like you have two friends that genuinely support you. Whoever these two friends are, they're people that are like-minded. You guys share the same like principles, values, morals, even business mindsets, but you're also people that you can, these are also people that you can have a good time with, so you party with too. Okay, so I just heard work hard, play hard. So these are friends that you work hard with, like maybe you guys work together, but then you're also able to leave the professionalism and have a good time. Okay, but you guys have like a healthy work-life balance. It's not like you're getting trashy on the weekends. Okay, it's like you guys have like good fun, but you're also able to get work done. So you guys have shared interests. With the music here, you guys could be in music together, or you guys just have the same hobby or passion, or just love what you do. Okay, but going back to this Queen of Wands, again, like I was saying, you're feeling really good about yourself. You're feeling really confident, and I feel like you're coming out of this dark time in January, and you're finding the bliss in life again. Okay, you're able to just enjoy life for what it is and not take it so seriously. But I also feel like you get some good news in February that makes you feel like, okay, I can breathe again. I can look forward to life. I don't have to clutch my pearls so hard. Okay, because I feel like she's clutching this paper here, and I kind of feel like you're holding on to something. You're holding on to something of the past, and you need to let it go. And it feels like in February you do that. Okay, so it gives you this confidence, and it starts you start radiating this energy that people just want to get to know you and want to be around you. Okay, it's like effortless. All right, so in sorry, the dates also coming through. Yeah, February 3rd is very prominent here. And then if we add these two threes, we're getting February 6th. All right, so in March, we have the Ace of Swords. So in March, it looks like something you go through a breakthrough, you get a revelation of some kind. Okay, breakthrough and awareness. I just heard. So something becomes aware to you in March, whether this is a truth that you face yourself or something someone says to you, or something you have to do. I kind of feel like you're breaking chains here. You're breaking away from attachments to something that's no longer serving you. It could be the energy that you're still kind of holding on to in January, that in March you finally let it go. Okay, so I do want to confirm what that's about. Nine of Wands. So yeah, I do feel like there are some troubles that trouble you, Aquarius, with that dark cloud. And I feel like with the Nine of Wands, that could be what this dark cloud is. Okay, if work is really hard for you guys, it has something to do with your work ethic. No, it's not your work ethic. It's like how you work almost. Okay. It feels like you take on a project in March also that is going to be very challenging, but I feel like you're up for it. You are willing to pursue it as hard as it may be. Whatever this is, though, you're going to be successful at it. There's this little sticky note that says you can do it. So I always feel with this Nine of Wands, like, yes, the Nine of Wands is going through the karmic trenches. It's the trials and tribulations. It's hard. You're getting tested left and right. However, there's this power and sovereignty to continue pushing forward and being successful at it. Okay, we have the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck over here. So I do feel like this is something that's been on your mind for a while. This is like a solution you're trying to find. Okay, something you're trying to like calculate or get to the bottom of, like solve a mystery kind of thing. But whatever that is, whatever this challenge is, with the Ace of Swords, I just feel like you figure it out and you're able to release yourself from this. You put in the work, you put in the effort, and you're able to move forward from it because of how hard you've been working. Okay, it's like you crack the code, is what it feels like in March. Okay, so dates coming up for March is March 1st and March 9th. Okay, but it does feel like the message is like keep pushing, keep going, because you're almost there. This Ace of Swords is giving me the energy of like a finish line or like a completion of some kind. I know that aces are supposed to be beginnings, but you know, with every beginning there's an ending. So there's an ending of something and a beginning of something. So I feel like with the 9 also, that's usually the endings. So I feel like it's the ending of the suffering because you crack the code and you get to start fresh. Okay, so take that as resonates for you, because it's a very general message, but I think it'll just fit for you the way that it's meant to. And the Page of Swords carries the Sword of Truth, carries the Ace of Swords. So I do feel like that's you. You're the one carrying the sword, and you figure it out. Although it's like a mystery to be solved, it's hard, but you figure it out. Okay, so in April, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is awesome. I feel like in April, you're going to have a lot of me time, a lot of home time. If you love cooking, I see you cooking a lot of home-cooked meals, spending time in the kitchen, just living in your abundance and however you define abundance for you. Okay, it doesn't always have to mean the amount of money in your bank account. It could be like you have an abundance of groceries that you get to cook all these home-cooked meals, okay? But whatever that is, I do feel like you feel comfortable in April. You feel good. You feel abundant. You feel prosperous. Okay, so I feel like it has to do with any issues that you may be facing the first 3 months that you solve, whatever that mystery is that you solve. I feel like you're able to just enjoy April for that reason. You're able to stay in the comfort of your home. There is a laptop back here, so I feel like some of you do cook at home a lot and you like to watch like the YouTube video on your phone or on your laptop as you cook. So some of you may like doing like Italian recipes more so. I see tomatoes and like, I don't know if it looks like a piece of bread, but it could literally be, oh no, it's a carrot. But with the tomato, I feel like you could just use a lot of tomatoes in your recipes. Okay. But this could also be a message to eat at home more. I just heard also cook your own meals more. Um, and then there's roses back here too. So I do feel like romance is blooming for some of you in April, even but the fact that it's like behind her and it's like outside, again, it feels like it's being worked on behind the scenes. It's like romance is blooming, but you're not even aware of it because you're so in your own energy, minding your own business. And that's exactly how it should be. And I feel like the more that you're in your own energy, the more that you're just doing what's good for you, you know, having self-care days, the more everything flourishes around you. Okay, so I love that. Ace of Cups, yep, there you go. Like I was saying, romance is blooming, and there it is, confirmation. Yep, look at that, Queen of Cups, exactly. And I love how she's in a more meditative state here. Her eyes are closed, she's painting. So you could also be really artsy, really creative. Okay, so we have 3 queens so far. We're just missing the Queen of Swords, and then you get all the queens, and it's like the Empress energy. But yeah, I feel like you're just so in your own energy, Aquarius, and your independent energy of loving yourself, doing what you love, tending to yourself, catering to you. And the more you do that and kind of shut the noise around you, the more you just attract what's meant for you. So if you're wanting romance, if you're wanting a love life, if you're wanting to manifest anything, financial abundance, you know, success, whatever it is for you, I feel like the more that you turn inward, the more that you focus on yourself, do what you love, spend time in nature, cook your own meals at home, the more that this Ace of Cups is coming towards you. Okay, so there is new love for you in April. So you could be meeting someone in April, and I feel like this person comes into your life when you don't, like, you're not even expecting it. Because both of these queens are just like minding their own business. You know what I mean? Like they're not looking for anything. They don't need anyone. They're just paying attention to what's right in front of them. So I feel that that's your energy in April. And because of that, you just naturally attract love into your life. Okay, this doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be just more friendships that are aligned with you. You know, this could also be something else to celebrate. And also, you know, love of oneself. I feel like you just pour into your own cup, you fall in love with yourself, and then the rest just takes care of itself. It's beautiful. I feel like you're in this energy of surrender and acceptance. And the more you do that, the more things just naturally happen for you. And I think you're starting to be aware of that. That could also be the awareness that you get in March. Because in the Nine of Wands, is sometimes when we are fighting for our lives, right? We have to fight for our lives. But in April, you surrender more because I feel like the waters calm more. And because of that, you're also aware of when you let go and you let God, you don't have to fight so much either. Okay. So in May, you may not like this, but it doesn't look as bad as it feels. Okay. So we have the Ten of Swords in May. Okay. So I do feel like there is going to be something painful in May that happens. Okay. But what I'm feeling more so, and with the Five of Pentacles, which we'll get into, if there's any like last lingering wounds that you need to heal, I feel like something may trigger that and you're going to be forced to face it, confront it, and heal it. Okay, so let's see what this Ten of Swords is about. Oh, the card went flying, so that could be a message. Yeah, look at that. Wheel of Fortune. Awesome. And you have 2 tens there. Oh, my bad. So for April, we have April 1st. And I forgot the card that was at the bottom of the deck, but if there was a number for that card, that's another day also. Okay, so yeah, look at that. We have the Tower at the bottom of the deck with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Swords. Some catastrophic event has happened or has been happening, Aquarius, that in May, it takes a turn of events. So if you've been dealing with the short end of the stick, if there's been some, I'm getting drawn back to this dark cloud over here. If there is some dark energy that looms over you, whether this is your shadow sides or other people's shadows around you, whatever that is, if you feel like there is just something plaguing you as we speak right now, and you feel like it's going to plague you for the next few months, or just however it's going to resonate for you, or this could be something entirely different, but I'm getting drawn back to this dark cloud, so I feel like it has to do with this. And the fact that the tower is at the bottom of the deck makes me feel like this is something that has happened already. Okay, so if there's something like that where it's been plaguing you, I see it changing for the better in May. I see the wheel of fortune turning. I see it turning from dark to light. So if something negative does happen in May, I see that right away. It's going to turn to light. Right? It's always darkest for before dawn. And right here, it looks like the sun is either going down or it's coming up. Regardless, it's going to come up at one point. Right? So it does feel like you undergo some life-changing event with the tower. But with the tower is uncontrollable. We don't bring this on ourselves. This is a divine intervention. So something that was no longer working in your life is being destroyed in order to make room for something better. Okay, so if May is a challenging month for you, just keep in mind that it's making space for something better. Okay, and that darkest night will always turn to morning. And if you've been getting the short end of the stick for quite some time, it's changing for the better. If you've been getting bad karma, you'll be getting good karma. Okay, I want to pull one more card because the energies feel very broad, and I want to get a little bit more specific. Okay, King of Swords. That's your energy. Yeah, I just feel like you find your power, you know? Five of Swords, yeah. If you do have people who are haters, or you have people that just like send you negative energy, that's all being taken care of. You're always going to be a winner. And I feel like you find your voice for that reason. You find your true power. You're able to defend yourself. Okay, this guy looks like an attorney to me. So maybe you're facing some legal battles. Maybe there's something that's difficult to endure, but I do see you being victorious at this. This could also be your enemies going down, okay? Like I was saying, if you've been getting the short end of the stick, the wheel is changing in your favor, okay? And I feel like you find your voice from this situation. You're able to stand up for yourself better. You're able to argue better. You're better to, plead your case better. But I do feel like this is your enemies going down here in this Ten of Swords. Okay, if that resonates for you. And again, if something painful happens to you, it's only going to make you all the more wiser. It's only going to make you go through this transformation for your own personal growth. And that's how you have to see it. Everything happens for a reason with the Wheel of Fortune, all good and bad, okay? So dates for May are May 10th and May 20th, since we have 2 10s, and May 5th. All right, so moving on to June. So we have the Five of Pentacles. So you may go through some financial challenges in June, or this could also just be your own perspective in life, okay? Sometimes it doesn't always have to be our finances. It very well could be, though. But sometimes it also just has to do with like our self-worth, how we view life. Do we look at life through the empty glass or half glass full? You know what I mean, right? Do we look at life through a scarcity mindset versus an abundant mindset, So I do feel like in June, something may be testing you there in terms of that. Wow, we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, I do think it has to do with your perspective and how you see the world. We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, this could be like your chaotic thoughts, your own fear-based mindset, your own fear-based thoughts that kind of get in the way, make you look at life through this negative perspective versus this positive perspective. Okay, again, there's a lot of hidden blessings. And I feel like for you, the 10 of Cups in this reading represents the hidden blessings that I was talking about in the beginning of the reading. Okay, so in moments of distress, like I was saying, look towards your hidden blessings. And sometimes they're not so hidden, they're right in your face. Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have clean air? Right? Are you living in a war-free zone? Do you have clean water? Like, you have to start looking at life like that in moments of distress, because you'll be more grateful for your life and you'll be more rewarded for it. Okay, so some of you may be going through like a transition, a job transition in June. You may even get fired from your job in June, and you're going to think like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get paid. Like, how am I going to pay my bills? What am I going to do? But if you're getting fired from your job, it's because you're not meant to be there anymore. And you have to look at it that way. There's a new door opening for you. Maybe you were meant to leave that job months ago and you just haven't done it because you've been too scared. So now the universe is forcing you to leave that job. But there's something better. It's getting you in alignment with your 10 of Cups. Because in the direction that you're going, it's not sending you to the 10 of Cups. You're going to the 5 of Pentacles, and it's time to redirect. Okay, so I do feel like with every challenging time, there's going to be a hidden blessing. There's always a silver lining in every situation. Okay, and it's your job to find it in order to persevere and keep pushing. Okay, so dates for June are June 5th, June 10th, and we're getting 2 5s. So yeah, June 10th is coming through very strongly. All right, so moving on to July. So for July, we have the King of Wands, which is freaking awesome. And I just feel like the rest of the year is good for you. I feel like if you are going to have any challenging months, it may be January, May, and June mainly. Okay, not saying that they're going to be peachy all year either. There's obviously going to be problems that arise, but I just feel like for the most part, your year is looking really good. Okay, because in July, you have the King of Wands. So I feel like you find your confidence, you find your masculine confidence more so. Okay, and the masculine confidence in all of us, okay, you guys know that it's genderless, it's just energy we're talking about here. The masculine confidence in us gets shit done. Okay, like they go after the everything. They're the ones who put themselves out there. They're the ones that chase after something that needs to be done. Okay, so I feel like you find your confidence in July in a way that just makes you feel like you can take on any challenge. Okay, and I feel like it's because you overcame this lack mindset that you were feeling in June. You rewire it, you reprogram it, that you find your confidence in July. And the way that he's speaking here, I feel like you also find a way to help motivate others. Not only do you find your own motivation, but you also find a way to speak into other people. You speak motivation into other people. That you're an inspiration to the people around you because of the challenging times you went through. Okay, no one wants to hear like a motivational story from someone who hasn't gone through a challenging time. Like, it's boring, right? You're going to think that this person's entitled or privileged, right? People prefer stories that have hardship because they're able to relate to it more. And I feel like you have a story to share. And in July, you may put that voice out there more, okay? Even if it's just speaking to friends. But I do see you having like a platform and expressing yourself in a way that inspires people. So I just feel like you find your confidence big time in July. Yeah, Page of Swords, you're going to be speaking a lot in July. So maybe it's like a career you want to do, like motivational speaking, like having a platform, because both of these people have their hands and they're talking. So you may talk with your hands a lot. Maybe you're really expressive in the ways that you talk. And then we have the Four of Swords. So yeah, with this being in the background energy, I feel like this is you coming out of this Four of Swords. You got your rest. You're able to rejuvenate, recuperate. And because of that, you find your confidence again. You get energy again after a moment of rest. Okay. And I feel like in that Four of Swords, you were contemplating, you were reflecting on why you were in this Five of Pentacles energy. Whether it was through your own doing or, you know, external circumstances, whatever it is, I feel like you sit down with it, you meditate on it, and then you're able to rewire it, reprogram it, that you're now feeling confident, feeling good, and more confident in the way that you speak and put yourself out there. Okay, so I just see you talking a lot in July, sharing your story to people, and other people are intrigued, other people are asking you questions. So that's awesome. So the only date coming up for July is July 4th. Okay, so moving on to August. So August just gets better. So I just feel like your year gets better and better. So in August, you have the Four of Wands. So even more to celebrate. Okay, so we have this champagne mimosa looking glass, and then you have it over here too. So I do feel like you find success and happiness in August. Some of you may be moving into a new home. You may be buying a home. You may even be getting married if that's something that resonates for you. Or you may be finding that the person that you met earlier this year is someone that you want to marry. Okay, I see you wanting to build a prosperous future with this person, but also if you're still single, that's okay. I just see like you're building a very prosperous life for yourself, and you have a very good support group around you. You have like-minded friends that are also wanting good lives for themselves. So it's not like one is doing better than the other. It feels very equal. Okay, and that doesn't mean that you're all making the same amount of money. It just feels like you're all feeling really good about yourselves, regardless of the money in your bank account. It's like more of a feeling. It doesn't have to do with your material wealth, okay? But yeah, I just see you celebrating a lot in August and feeling really good. Something about August is coming through very strongly, like Leo season is coming through very strongly. So maybe you have Leo in your chart, or maybe there's like a friend who's a Leo and you're all celebrating this friend's birthday. Okay. But either way, I feel like you finally just get to enjoy your life in August. It's awesome. Okay, we have 2 cards coming out for August. Yeah, look at that. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. All right, you have 4 for August, Aquarius, and then the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like with this 8 of Swords and going back to this 5 of Pentacles, it's like you could be your biggest enemy. Your mind could play tricks on you. Your mind could be your biggest enemy sometimes, okay? And I'm hearing hidden blessings again. But I also feel like they're not hidden. They're like very apparent. Okay. With the 4 of Pentacles and 4 of Cups here and the 8 of Swords over here, I feel like sometimes you tend to look at problems. You tend to fixate on problems, on what you're lacking, versus fixating on something that's more positive and hopeful. You tend to look at what you don't have, and that really plays very negatively for you. Okay. Because I kind of get this energy that sometimes you pull away from your friends, you pull away from a good thing, because you start to get in your own head about maybe you're going to lose it, that you start to clutch to your pearls, right? We're clutching to our pearls again, and you start to detach from a good thing. Okay, especially if it feels too good to be true. Okay, so let's say that this relationship that you have is like an answered prayer, but you can't help but feel like that your abandonment wounds are resurfacing, or that you feel like this person's going to leave you, or that you should start detaching from them so that if they do leave you, you're not as attached to them. There's something of that energy coming through right here. And there's something that you need to work through in terms of that. Okay. I feel like this has to do with your worthiness. And for you guys, your money could be tied to your worthiness. So let's say you feel like you're not doing well financially, you start to take like your self-esteem starts to take a dive, a downward spiral. You have to keep the faith. You have to not measure your worth to your money. Not sure why that's coming through. But I also feel like you detach, because then you want to escape. You don't want to feel that. But again, with this 8 of Swords, it's an illusion. It's not real. It's fear-based thoughts. Okay, so that could be something that you're working through this year. Okay, it could even just be, like I said, your mind playing tricks on you. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Try not to go backwards. stay in the present moment, and go forward, because there is a lot to celebrate here. Yeah, I just feel like you get in your head and then you start to feel like, I don't have enough, I'm not enough. And then you just detach. I feel like you kind of disassociate also in social settings. Like, let's say you're here with your friends, everyone's having a good time, and you were having a good time, and then all of a sudden, this like little negative thought gets placed in your brain, and then you take that thought and you get fixated on it, and then you just start to disassociate in that moment in that party, and then all of a sudden, people are looking at you like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" So, I would suggest try to work on that, because I do feel like your mind is your biggest enemy sometimes. Okay, so just be mindful of that. But what I do like is that you got the 444 for August. So regardless, you're protected, your angels are supporting you. You have the success, you have the foundation, you have the stability. It's just you needing to believe in it. Okay, so moving on over to September. So for September, again, really good card. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is you feeling really good about yourself, okay? Living in your own space here. So I do feel like a lot of you live alone, and I see you making your home really comfortable, enjoying the finest of coffees, the finest of wines. And I feel like this is how you spend your Sundays or like your days off. You like to just take a shower, take a bath, and not even get dressed right away, but rather like lounge in your robe for a little bit and drink your coffee or your tea. So I feel like in September, you find your energy again, you find your essence again after perhaps losing it a little bit in August, okay? But I feel like you always know it's there, and I feel like you're aware of it. That's why you got the Four of Wands for your overall energy in August. You didn't get these cards, okay? Because it seems like you know the success is there, you know that the blessings are there, that this is just something you have to work on. Because overall, you're feeling like the Nine of Pentacles. Overall, you know that you're there and you're successful and you're protected. Okay, that you live in abundance. Like, you know that. It's just sometimes maybe something gets in your head that makes you feel otherwise. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Queen of Cups. Exactly. And bottom of the deck is Page of Cups. Yeah, it could even be this relationship that I feel like you are manifesting into your life, or you do meet a special someone. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this relationship could trigger you a little bit, especially if this person is doing better than you financially, for example, or their friends are doing better than you financially, for example. And then you get triggered and you're like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm nowhere like close to my goals. But then you come back, you snap back to reality, and you're like, I'm not going to compare myself to other people. You start to trust yourself again. You start to go within. You start to remind yourself that you are unique. Your own journey should not be compared to others. Okay, because I do feel like there's someone you love. And this feels romantic with this Page of Cups, because the way she looks, it's like a crush. She looks shy and she's holding a cup. So I feel like it's the Ace of Cups over here. Okay, so I do feel like you're opening yourself up emotionally. You're being more vulnerable, and you know that it starts with you. And I feel like you're aware of these triggers, that you're not necessarily projecting it on your person. If you are in a relationship, I feel like you don't really tell this person like, oh, I'm being triggered right now, I need to get the fuck out of here. It's more like, I'm feeling a type of way, this has nothing to do with you, I'm gonna take a breather, I need to be by myself right now. We'll talk later, I'll let you know what it was. But I feel like you're very emotionally intelligent that way. And in September, you're able to just even release those negative thoughts. Like, they don't come back and haunt you as much anymore. And it's because you're starting to believe in this more. You're starting to have faith in yourself more. You're starting to believe that you deserve these blessings, and that, the universe isn't playing tricks on you, that you can enjoy this and be grateful for it. Okay? Because it almost feels like when you do get a blessing of some kind, you kind of get triggered that it'll be taken from you, that you want to hold on to it with this Four of Pentacles, right? Like that scarcity mindset of like, there won't be more, but there will be. And you get into that abundant energy in September, because you start getting into your heart space. And I feel like you start letting this person know that you really do love them. So you guys may exchange I love yous in September. Okay, because it feels like you guys start dating in like April or something like that. Or just like in talking stages. I almost said stalking stages, but in talking stages in April. And then like you go through these ups and downs, these ebbs and flows of your own journey. But then in September, you just feel really good about yourself that nothing outside of you can really, you know, deter you anymore. You start to get stronger within yourself, that you feel that you deserve these blessings in your life. Okay, but I do feel like there is an I love you that is exchanged in September, whether it's this person or you, but either way, it feels mutual. I kind of feel like it's this person who tells you first, because it feels like you're this Page of Cups and you're shy. It's like you're almost taken aback by it a little bit. And I feel energetically that this person tells you I love you because energetically they just felt like you were in a better vibration and a more healthier vibration, that they just felt like it was the right time to say it. Energetically, telepathically, it just felt for them like, okay, it's time to say this. And for that reason, you're able to be more open to it. Whereas if this person tells you I love you like in August or in June, you're just like triggered AF, you know? So really good energy in September. So moving to October, Two of Cups. This is why I feel like this relationship does have an effect on your life from the moment you meet them until the rest of your life, obviously. But like from the moment you meet them, things really start to take a turn in your life in terms of making you confront any shadows or wounds for the better, of course. Okay. And like I said, you had the 10 of Cups as the underlying energy of your entire year. So I do feel like whether you're in a relationship or whether this is something that's being manifested into your life, for a lot of you, it feels like it's new love, though, with the Ace of Cups, or a resurgence of love. But I do feel that in October, you and this person like make it exclusive. Like you become exclusive in October. Okay, so I feel like maybe the I love yous are exchanged in September, and then in October, you finally decide to be together. You finally decide like, oh, this is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, because there's this like red thread of fate. Okay, and just the way that they're like tied together makes you feel like this is a union. This is like leading to marriage. Okay, a long-term relationship, a long-term commitment, however that resonates for you. But it gets serious in October for sure. Okay, there was one more thing I wanted to say, so hopefully it comes to me. You guys may be from different backgrounds for sure also. Okay, so for Two of Cups, we have the Six of Cups, and this one came out as well. The Nine of Swords. See, there's that Nine of Swords again. Also, I forgot to mention the dates for August. So you have August 4th, obviously, and then August 12th, because we have three fours. And then for September, September 9th. And now for October, we have October 2nd, October 6th, October 9th, and October 17th. Beautiful with the star. Yeah. With the star, I feel like obviously that's your energy, but I feel like with the star, this is your hope. This is what keeps you going. In moments of distress, when you feel like, you know, you're either stressing yourself out for no reason, or there is stressful situations happening, you always look to your North Star. There's always something that makes you feel like, okay, I can keep pushing, I can keep going. I have to keep my faith. I have to keep strong here. And the star is that for you. Okay, I also feel like this Two of Cups is an answered prayer for you guys. I feel like you've prayed for someone like this, that when they come into your life, especially if you're feeling a little bit inadequate, if you're still struggling with self-esteem, when they come into your life, you may feel like, oh shit, like I didn't think I'd actually manifest this person in my life. Like, am I ready for this? You know, do I match this energy? But regardless, I feel that in October, you start to be in that energy. You start to feel good about it. Okay, and that's how you get blessed with this relationship, because you are radiating in this energy that you want to manifest into your life, right? You get into alignment, to say it shortly. Okay, so Six of Cups, you and this person could have shared a past life together. So when you meet or when you come into union, it does feel like It's going to feel very familiar. You and this person are able to also be children together in a really beautiful way. Okay. I also feel, I just heard, don't lose your innocence. So, yeah, don't lose touch with your inner child. Okay. I feel like there's something about this relationship. It's also because of the imagery in this one. They look kind of young. I feel like you guys are like young, spirited souls. You know, you're able to be goofy with each other, you're able to have fun with each other. Okay. And then with this Nine of Swords, I just feel like that's just you getting in your head. And that's something you're going to have to work through. And that's something that you are aware of. So I just feel like this is when you start to think in that lack mindset again. You start to get fear based about whether this person's going to leave you. Maybe they're too good for you. Maybe you're not good enough, you know? So I think that's something you're going to have to continue working through in this relationship. But it feels like this person's going to be really understanding of it. Okay. And they may even have their own wounds that they need to work through also. And for that reason, that's why they're going to be very understanding. This person's going to be really patient with you if you do kind of have like trust issues or fears of abandonment. Especially with this Ten of Swords, I feel like you've just been through shit. Okay. You've gotten hurt before that. It only makes sense that when like your answered prayer relationship enters your life, that it's something's gonna get triggered. Okay, it only makes sense. So I feel like that's something you're still working through, but at least with the swords, you know that it's just your mind playing tricks on you. It's not the truth, right? It's not like something that is like keeping you guys apart. It's your own fear-based thoughts that make you feel like you don't deserve it. Okay, but with the star, I feel like that's you knowing, you're aware of it. You know, okay, this is just me getting in my head again. Let me work through this. Let me meditate. Let me get into this higher vibration. Okay, so I feel like you're at least aware of it. I'm getting drawn to the coffee cups here now. So you guys may love coffee dates, maybe meet at a coffee shop. Okay, I also feel like you and this person are going to have children together. Okay, so don't take it if that does not resonate for you. You may have children with them, but I feel like, yeah, that came through. So dates for October, we have October 2nd, October 6th, October 9th, and the 17th, as I mentioned. All right, so moving to November, we have the Seven of Cups. So in November, it seems that a lot of opportunities are going to present themselves for you. Seems like you're going to have a lot of options to choose from. There may be a lot on your plate that you may be unsure of where to focus your energy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things you can do in November, whether that's traveling, taking on new projects, investing, or just simply more hobbies, something like that, reading more. But I just feel like there's a lot of options available to you in November, a lot of choices. Maybe even choices of where to move, what to do, but you're going to be a little bit confused in November as to what to do. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, the Lovers. Interesting. I feel like for some of you, this person may ask you to move in with them. For some reason, I'm getting that. So being drawn to the keys here. Is that... Yeah, it's keys, but I don't know why I felt like a home key, apartment key of some kind. And then now they're indoors here. Interesting. And then Six of Pentacles, Judgment. So yeah, I do feel like, notice how this progresses. We're at the Ace of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups, and then we go to the Two of Cups, the Lovers. So I feel like this relationship progresses. You and this person are destined to be together. Especially with Judgment over here, it's like divinely orchestrated. You and your angels have like brought you guys together, because it just feels like you and this person are destined to be together, destined to have children together. Kids are a very strong theme here with the baby over here and the kids here. Okay. And them too, they're giving me very young energy as well. But yeah, in November, it feels like you and this person finally, like, yes, you make it exclusive in October perhaps, but in November, you start to finally feel like, wow, this is my person. This is someone who I want to share my life with. That everything starts to change for you. Okay, you start to consider them in your life. Where in the past, if you were thinking about moving, you're thinking about moving on your own. But now if you're thinking about moving, you're considering this person. You're considering, well, I don't want to live that far away from them, you know, something like that. But regardless, I feel like you and this person are each other's perfect match with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, and we have two sixes here. So I do feel like this person is just like, they fit you like a glove, and vice versa, you fit them like a glove. They're like your perfect match, I just keep hearing. Okay, and obviously it's not going to be perfect all the time, but this person is very understanding, and you are of them too. So I feel like it kind of switches. Like if you have bad days, they're there for you, they cater to you, and vice versa. When they have bad days, you're there for them, you cater to them. It's very much an equal give and take. Very beautiful energy that I'm feeling. But I feel like you start to consider your life in different ways because of them. Because they've just kind of proven to you that they're someone worth keeping around, you know, and they change everything for you with Judgment over here too. There's like an eye-opening experience that you undergo because of this relationship, and they just kind of change everything for you. Okay. Yeah, and then with the heart here too, I feel like this is you considering your relationship, considering your job, considering, should I move here? Should I stay here? You know, but either way, you and this person are going to make it work. I kind of feel like they're going to ask you to move in November, and you're going to be considering it, or at least thinking about it. You know, and if you decide not to, I feel like it's because you still want to like be in your own energy for a little bit, especially if you just met this year. I feel like you wouldn't really jump on the chance. You would be more like, let's wait it out a little bit. But I do feel like they ask you, or they offer you to move in, something like that. Or they at least give you a key to their apartment, you know, and they're kind of like, well, whenever you want to come over, my home is yours. Okay, but I see you guys spending a lot of time at each other's home, and just like staring into each other's eyes and doing nothing. Like you guys could do that for hours, and you guys have a very strong psychic telepathic connection. You just get each other. Okay, and it's very healthy. It's very beautiful. Okay, so the day is coming through for you, or coming up, that may be significant in November is November 7th, November 6th, November 20th, and adding these two sixes, November 12th. Okay, so moving to December, we have the Knight of Swords. So there is decisive action in December for you. So it feels like whatever you were contemplating in November, you make a decision in December. Okay, I also feel like you don't hold back from this. And this doesn't have to be with this, it doesn't have to do with this choice that you needed to make in November. This could also be something entirely different. But whatever the case is, I feel like you get this gung-ho attitude in December about just wanting to complete tasks, complete your mission, complete projects. Yeah, Judgment wants to come out. I'm going to put it back because I want to get another card, but it was trying to come out. All right. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it feels that in December, you start to build for something new. So I don't know if you get like hit with inspiration in December that you want to start building for that. You want to start saving for that. You start setting the intention for that. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. So I do feel like you're still working through that like sadness that I felt in your energy for this entire year. Okay, ooh, I just got a download. I feel like someone from your past may want to come through. I don't know why, or maybe there's... Interesting. Yeah, it almost feels like this could be a father figure, or just someone in your life who may have had like a drinking problem, but it kind of feels like someone who would always leave you hanging. And I do not feel like it's this person at all. I just don't think this person will leave you hanging. So I feel like this is someone entirely different. Okay, but it does feel like someone in your past who has hurt you in some way, whether their energy kind of lingers through you, they have an effect on you, it feels like. But I don't know why that's coming through. So that could be a side message. Don't take that if that doesn't resonate for you, but that was just kind of like different. It took me in a different direction there. But going back to this Seven of Pentacles and Knight of Swords here, I do feel that you just like I said, go toward these new goals in a very direct manner. Like, you just don't hold back. And it may be something that's going to require 7 months of your time from December. Okay. And I feel like this is you knowing you have to start saving up for it now so that you can invest in it in July of next year. Okay. But yeah, this was coming through as well. It almost feels like this is also something you thought you would never get to do. You know, like maybe it was a lost opportunity in the past and now you're able to revive it again. Okay. It kind of feels like someone didn't believe in you when it came to this goal, and you kind of stick it to them by reviving this goal. For some reason, it feels like that, like a long lost dream that gets revived. Okay. But I also feel like someone from your past may come back into your life and want to like make an effort to make things better with you. Okay, so that's also coming through. It's like they come out of nowhere, but they want to make an effort. Okay, so take that as it resonates, because I was getting pulled in two directions there. All right, Aquarius, so that's what I have for you guys in your tarot. I know it was a lengthy one, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Take notes, revisit it throughout the year. So let's go ahead and get into your oracles. So we'll start with the Island Time Wellness, Law of Attraction. Beautiful, we have it's manifested. New desired reality is already present in your life. Vibrational alignment. Astrology gives edge. Trying too hard. Force creates resistance. Let go and watch it flow. Rest. Be lighthearted. Burn out. Yeah, I feel like the trying too hard is when you maybe get in your head and you start to like overthink and think that you should do more and more, but in reality, you just need to let it go. Incoming, news, message, game changer, surprise, invitation, insights, gift, making connections. And bottom of the deck, love where you are. Appreciate current circumstances. Ask yourself why you want what you want. See the beauty in it all. All right, and from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, happy life. Live a less guarded life. Exactly. I feel like you have a happy life, but sometimes your own mind makes you feel like you don't. Concealed power. Give birth to the wonder of revelation. And slow down to relax. Break to enjoy the beauty around you. Exactly. So I feel like for you guys, it's really important to slow down and, you know, be grateful for what you do have instead of feeling that you're lacking something, okay? Open mind, replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. All right, so now from the fortune reading cards. First one out, angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. Beautiful. And that's what I got with the 444, right? I was saying, like, I feel like you're protected regardless of what happens. And I also feel like your angels are bringing you and this person together, blessing this relationship. Thorns, weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like you've been through a lot. You know, in times of distress, look for that silver lining. Look for the hidden blessings. Key, new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. Exactly. And I feel like you're still learning to let go of the past. So I feel like that's the whole point of your year also. Bottom of the deck is death, a time of natural transition and transformation. Exactly. With the bottom of the deck, I do feel like you're going through a transformation this year. So there may be moments of that discomfort, right? But it's all for a reason. All right, Aquarius, so that is what I have for you guys for this year. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell button so you receive notifications when I post again. I will be posting love readings right after this, so stay tuned for that. Bye.